Start our new writing that we are going to work for the next couple weeks. So we're going to be writing a fractured fairy tale. So let's just go over what a fractured fairy tale is before we start this pre-write together. So what is a fractured fairy tale? It's a story based on a classic fairy tale, but changes are made on the setting, character, point of view, problems, or solutions. It doesn't have to be everything changed, just some of the stuff should be changed. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose a classic fairy tale that you're familiar with, so one that you like already. I'll give you guys some options in the directions above the pre-write. Complete the story map of the classic version, then you're going to brainstorm how you're going to change it on your own. So I'm going to go ahead and get mine started. So I'm going to choose the fairy tale of the Three Little Pigs, because we all know the Three Little Pigs. The Three Little Pigs, right? So the classic fairy tale is going to be the Three Little Pigs. And now I'm going to fill in the classic fairy tale first before I make my changes. So there's Pig 1, Pig 2, because they don't actually have names, Pig 3, and Big Bad Wolf, right? So those are the main characters of the Three Little Pigs. Our settings are all the houses. So there was a straw house, a stick house, and a brick house, right? Those are the three settings that we had in our story. And our problem was the wolf wanted to eat, I could type wanted correctly, wanted to eat the pigs by blowing down their houses, right? So we know when we read the Three Little Pigs that the wolf wanted to eat the pigs by blowing down their houses. So he went to the straw house and blew down that house, and the stick house and blew down that house. And then we got to the brick house, and this was where the resolution was. The third pig, so Pig 3, built his house from bricks, so he was able to outsmart the big bad wolf, since the big bad wolf could not blow his house down. So this is the story of the Three Little Pigs, and now I'm going to make my own. So I'm not going to change everything, or I might change everything just a little bit based on the characters. So I'm going to actually change mine to be in the ocean. But I'm going to make mine a little bit different. So I'm going to have Shark 1, Shark 2, Shark 3, and a clownfish, kind of like Finding Nemo, okay? So I'm going to have a Shark 1, Shark 2, Shark 3, and a clownfish. So instead of my big bad wolf being the bad guys, I'm going to make my sharks the bad guys, right? And instead of having 3 settings, I'm just going to be in the ocean. The ocean, because they live in the ocean. They're not going to build a house or anything. And in my story, they're going to try to eat the clownfish. So these 3 sharks are going to be trying to eat the clownfish. So that's going to be my problem for the clownfish. The sharks are trying to eat the clownfish. So I can fit there. Clownfish by getting him to come out of his coral home. So if you remember, if you've ever seen Finding Nemo, you know that they live in like the little corals, the orange kind of little plants that are in the ocean. That's where clownfish live. So in my story, the sharks are trying to eat the clownfish by getting him out of his coral home. So they're trying to get him to come outside so they can eat him. And my solution is the clownfish. Oops, I spelled fish wrong. Clownfish outwits or outsmarts. I'm going to put outsmarts like we did on the other side. The sharks and escapes. So you see how I didn't put too much details in here because when I actually do write the story, I'll actually put how he escapes. I can put it in here if I want to, but I'm just gonna make it nice and simple. So this is gonna be the classic fairy tale version. So I'll give you some options to choose from, and then you're gonna make your own story. Remember, you don't have to change everything. So if you did Cinderella, you could just change it from a girl to a boy, and they can have the same problems, and he could be trying to get marry the princess. Um, or you could do Little Red Riding Hood, or you could just change the character, or you can change that the grandma didn't get eaten, the grandpa got eaten. You can change whatever you want. It doesn't have to be the whole story. Once you complete your pre-write, I'll go ahead and look at it, and then I'll put some notes in it so that you guys can see any suggestions that I made or what I liked about your story, or if you're missing anything. If you have any questions while writing your story, please ask me, and I will answer any question you want.